I bought pots from Edmund to begin with because I wanted to make a connection with something. When somebody says to me, I use your mug every day, I think that's pretty special. I think a mug's a pretty intimate object because you put it to your mouth, to a very soft part of your body, and I think, wow, you make that choice. And that choice is related to me. I grew up in Broadstairs on the Kent coast. I left to go to university in Hull to start my drama degree in 1978, and I loved it. Did that, came to London after I graduated and did a year in a drama school, and then I sort of tried to be an actor, and I did. I got work. I did it for about 12 years. I had a year where I did 1 day's work in the whole year, which was a pain in the arse. I envisioned myself at the age of 50 waiting for 1 day's work, a repeat of that year, and I thought, there's more to you than this. In 1989, I was working for a theatre company in Sheffield, and a guy in the company, he lived down this street called Roby Street. When I went to see Mark, there was this tall potter who didn't sound like he came from Sheffield, and that person was Edmund de Waal. An idea dropped into my head that if I wasn't going to act anymore, I wanted to be taught to make pots by Edmund. And what it was about shifting my focus. Not trying to continue acting, but take my attention somewhere else and to learn again. That was very attractive as an idea. Then I heard that he was looking for an apprentice. So I wrote to him and I said, I don't know what you want. I don't know if you want somebody who's been to university, but what I can offer is I've always made things. I cook, I do DIY, I've made clothes, which are all about process of raw material to finished thing. And that process from start to finish was something I obviously found very satisfying. And when we met and talked, that was the hook that he saw in me to take me on. People say I was very brave, and I say, no, I just swapped insecurities. When I started working with Edmund, he was very much up and coming. I was his first apprentice, I knew nothing, so he had to actually teach me from scratch. Economically, it was not easy, but I was working as a waiter. That's how I funded my apprenticeship. He told me that I would have an open studio at the end of my first year. And we did that, and I sold some pots. And I gave up being a waiter. Quite a lot of the things that happen come about through accidents. A whole part of my current body of work is a result of knocking something over. I used to hit pots about 2 centimetres beneath the rim, and one day I had the board up and I was setting them and I reached, knocked one over, and what happened was the rim was hit, and so I cursed. And I thought, oh, but I could hit the other side as well, couldn't I? And that now goes across a whole range of work. Innovation comes around not necessarily through conscious thought, but just response. A connection between acting and this is that I'm not waiting for permission to do what I want to do. I've got a studio and I work enough that I can fund the studio and buy clay, and it can all happen. Whereas when I was an actor, I couldn't get better unless somebody gave me a chance to get better. I couldn't do it in my room on my own. Acting is very ephemeral, especially if you're doing it on the stage, it's gone. Whereas now I work in the actual and the physical and the real. That's a cup. My name is Chris Keenan. I'm a potter.